Nintendo is the king of video games. They recently made some of the greatest games of all time with Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. That's just in the past 5 years, Look previously, Nintendo 64, SNES, NES, they're the kings. However, one major complaint out of many people constantly make is that they reuse the same franchises over and over and over. Mario's been playing sports, doing RPGs, and teaching that typing for decades. By the way, I learned how to type through Mario Teaches Typing. Great game. Meanwhile, Captain Falco has just been sitting there in the corner waiting to get in that blue falcon. When they do eventually release a new IP, the game industry stops and takes notice. In 2007, Nintendo released ARMS, and the world reacted with a resounding It wasn't that deep, and the game lacked a ton of content. But does ARMS have what it takes to be a great franchise game? Only one way to find out, baby. I am Jack Jenkins, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My goal is to become a better version of myself through, challenges and playing fitness games. Which sounds weird, but, as you can see, my head cut off there, but I don't care. I'm morbidly obese. I gotta lose that weight somehow. Let's review the latest and greatest IP from Nintendo 5 years ago.
For self-improvement, crafts, and fitness games, go ahead and turn on YouTube and watch Jack.
ARMS is a 3D fighting game for the Nintendo Switch. That's main selling point is to show off its motion capabilities. The game has you pick between 15 different fighters, each with extendable arms. So, you go pow, and the arm will go woo, across the screen and punch him in the face. You choose your avatar, you choose your stage, and your character's arms. Not sure why I just went into an accent there, but I did. After that, you get to fight or play a minigame. ARMS is a simple concept with a unique twist, with each character having expandable mechanics. That mechanic means that you are more focused on, going on the defensive and staying away from your opponent's arms rather than kind of like rushing them like you usually do in some of these fighting games. Since they have long arms, they can just reach you from across the field, and if you get too close, they can grab you, throw you. It's not a good time, so you gotta stay back. Each arm has different features, such as like electricity or fire power, and they can cause different effects on the character you are beating up. For instance, electricity will stun that character, fire will cause them to burn and you'll hurt them over time, so on and so forth. Same with poison and the rest of these abilities. The abilities of each fighter, in addition to their default arm, really make each character unique. That uniqueness does go away when you start swapping the arms between the characters, but hey, they each got a cool look. You got this weird, stretchy green thing that came from a lab. It's like, brr. And then you got like a robotic clone of the main guy, and you got Mumm-Ra's fat nephew. The characters have unique and identifiable designs that really amplify the game's cartoony design. A round of applause at the artists at Nintendo for making unique characters. Again, if you can create a silhouette of a character and it's still identifiable, you'd made a good design. That's just kind of a rule of thumb when working with cartoons. As a quick side note, the music in this game is just amazing. I can blast all these songs on my workout playlist. Go ahead and listen to a few of them right now. Please don't copyright strike me. I'm praising you guys. So you go through fighting with several simple mechanics. With motion controls, you basically just hold each controller in your hand and you just punch. You just punch and then your character punches. Punch with both hands and you get a throw attack, which again is great when your character just gets too close. You just go bop, boom, throw that little boy. You jump with R and then you can dodge with L. To block, you kind of tilt your hands together and press RZ to enter rush mode. That's one complaint, is when you hold them together, your character kind of blocks. So even if you're just slightly doing it, it's blocking when you want to punch. With your special attack, you just kind of flail your arms around when you hit your special, and then you can do a huge amount of damage. That's pretty much as far as the moves are concerned. The game is kept pretty simple enough for the kids to learn, but the mechanics themselves can be pretty deep, so that us adults can mess around and just really get into it. Again, the point of this series is to lose weight, which is, obviously why I'm still fat, because I'm playing video games to do that. It turns out that going to a gym is a much better option. But anyways, I am playing the game for fitness. So, when I play the game for 30 days, for around 20 minutes, I can only use motion controls. Also, let me bring these up. I got these wrist straights to put on, so that way I can get a full workout. They are pink because I got them on clearance, so I'm cheap. Matters the most. With the motion controls and with these weights, I definitely got strong, but I definitely had to limit myself and couldn't go past level 5. If you see the footage and think, why is this dude playing on level 3? Why is he such a noob? Then that's why I have these weights on top of using only motion controls. Also, I want to say this. The game is incredibly challenging for like a kid Nintendo product and can easily whoop my butt on that level 3. I will also state that I am not a fighting game mechanic. The last fighting game I really played was Soul Calibur 2 and Naruto Clash of the Ninja on the Nintendo GameCube. That's it for my fighting game experience. Other than like Smash Brothers, I'm a basic boy. Still got these weights on. This actually is a pretty good shoulder exercise if you guys play arms. I'm saying this because some of the complaints I have the game, I'm saying this because some of the people who are complaining about the game say that it's too basic and not deep enough for a fighting game. I can't tell, and I don't have those criticisms because, I don't play those types of games, and I thought the game was utterly fantastic. Taking these off. I'm so sweaty. I had a blast playing around, and I thought the game was perfectly deep enough to get some fun while sweating pretty good. As you can see, my wrist is already sweating from having those on. They're probably also stinky because you can't wash them, so. Nothing like sweaty fat gamer dude on your wrist. Another area where the game gets complaints is with the content. There are only a few different modes. First is the Grand Prix mode, where you go through 10 levels as a character you choose. The levels range from, battles to playing those mini games. Versus will have you play with a computer, or if you got a friend, you can bring them in several different modes. You can also do like 100 character fight, different other things. When I play this game, I usually play with my girlfriend or fiance now. Fun fact, I'm engaged. So that's how I played and enjoyed most of ARMS. It's great. A party match will have you play with friends, and lastly, there's online. I don't have Nintendo Switch Online, so I didn't get to see the game's features there. The game is missing a story mode, which is a pretty prominent component of fighting games. There is the tournament and that single player, but there's no real story mode. It would be cool to have cutscenes getting to know like each character and their background, maybe as like an anime style. There's also only a handful of mini games where there should be like 10 of them. Why not have you like punch and break a car in that street? Kind of like a throwback to Street Fighter, or not Street Fighter, Streets of Rage, or one of those fighting games. That'd be great. Lastly, there isn't a standard tournament mode for fighting games, which kind of sucks because they had that back in the GameCube game. You can't just have like 20 friends, kind of have that tier list. You can't do that. It's not in the game, so you just kind of just wait and sit tame. When the game launched, there was only 10 characters and arenas, so I can only imagine the disappointment people had on day one. I'm sitting here being like, there's a lack of content with 15 characters. There was like 50% less than that on launch day. Playing these modes will give you coins depending on the mode and difficulty selected. You use these coins to play another mini game, which you do to unlock arms for different characters. The arms you unlock are from the other character's default arms, which may look a little weird. Still, it works as an easy way to extend the playability of the game without much effort on the programming side. Each fighter have 3 arms unique to them initially, and you can unlock other characters' arms for it through the minigame. It's honestly a great system that rewards playing the tournament mode a lot. By the end of my 30 days, I unlocked roughly 40% of the arms and their upgrades. The more you play, the less you unlock, so I would say it takes about maybe like 90 to 100 days of playing to unlock it all. The lack of content is made up by just how fun the game really is. I want to stress that my fiance and I had an absolute blast playing this game together. With, the weights and the furious punching I was doing, we were both working up a sweat, and we were honestly having a ton of fun. I would put this actually in the same category as Wii Fit regarding how physically fit and how physically tired I was with this game. It's not like Ring Fit Adventure. Ring Fit's probably a little notch above it, but it's definitely reaching there. The entire tournament mode can be played with 2 people, which gives it a significant bump in my rating. Let me tell you, again, I have a blast playing this with my fiance. If you have a fiance or girlfriend or wife or whatever you have, get this game. You guys will have a blast playing together, even if she's not a gamer like my girlfriend or fiance. It's just a fun time. Overall, ARMS is not a very deep game. It lacks a number of stages, characters, and modes such as a tier tournament style that most fighting games should. However, the game is entertaining to play and can be a great workout if you make it out to be. I am doubtful that we will ever see a sequel to ARMS, and that is a shame because I had an absolute blast playing with it. A sequel to the series could really fix up some of these issues and turn ARMS from a good game to a great one. Until that happens, ARMS will always be a fun memory in my video game fitness journey. It's not the best fitness game I've played, but it is a damn good one and definitely breaking in my top 10. Speaking of which, I gotta do a new top 10 video for this year. That's gonna be on my list. So guys, that's it for today's review on ARMS. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. I do videos on the realm of self-improvement, such as physical challenges, learning new skills, and just so much more. Really anything in the realm of self-improvement, from being physical, smarter, more emotionally mature, I'll do them. If you have any ideas on videos you want me to do, then please leave a comment below. I will do pretty much any challenge provided. I try and release a video every week, but the schedule may fluctuate since, I'm in my final semester of college. So, my workload so far has been overtaking. On top of that, I have to travel and do a lot of stuff for work. So the videos are kind of lacking, but I'm trying to get them out every week. Follow me on Twitter at TrueJackJank. Lastly, have a fantastic day, everyone. All you guys are amazing.
Bye.